It's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Stafford's Lions going up against Bridgewater's Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football. As the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. First carry now for the rookie, Dalvin Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They go play action here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
2nd and just 1. Here's Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The penalty really backs up the offense here on 1st down. Now 20 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Stanford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Here's Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. And the screen can be a tough play for a wide receiver. We saw it there. They have to look the football into their hands, then turn their head up and look upfield.
It's quite a checklist, isn't it? Watch the ball into your hands, tuck it away, get upfield, find your blockers. Sometimes the list gets lost in there, and the defense makes it work.
And they made it work. They got the fumble. They took it in for the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Tahir Whitehead from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A good pickup there at 22. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Shift together here from the D-line. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The Lions gave up 177 rushing yards to Seattle in their playoff loss last year. And DeAndre Levy, their best inside linebacker, no longer with the team. That made Jared Davis out of Florida a really good selection for the Lions.
On 2nd down, Cook. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved down to an early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Second down following the run. Back to throw. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to air one out. And got his man complete. A big play on 3rd down for the Lions. 42 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. They find some open field here. 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A big chunk on the ground there. 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
A reminder, later tonight, the Colts, they'll be in Seattle to take on the Seahawks. And then Monday night, it's the Redskins getting a second straight night game as they'll head down to Arrowhead to take on KC. We're in October already. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. This one's moving fast.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Morgan. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Let's go.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Get ready! Tiger! Tiger! Force! Let's go, Tiger!
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Let's go! Blue 58! Blue 58!
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Back to the ground, Cook. Finding room to the 20, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Second quarter in Cleveland, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Play action. Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And now out comes Minnesota. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Let's go. Way 90. Way 90. Force. 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 Dagger. Dagger.
Bridgewater on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second down, Bridgewater. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Hey, we talked about Adam Thielen a little bit last year, didn't we? Possession receiver, makes some tough catches, gets it done, and he's a homeboy. Grew up very close to the Twin Cities.
And showing those possession receiver skills right there to pick up the first. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Kyle Rudolph, the tight end, in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And Hauschka's kick is good. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final shot before the break. Stafford flushed out right. And some room to work. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll be knocked down sideways. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
3 yards to go here on second down. Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Again, it's Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd down and the offense needing 5 yards. Now Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Golden Tate, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Elsewhere, a third-quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Forced out to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Cook running right. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the third quarter now in Dallas. And really pouring it on now are the Cowboys. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. To throw, Bridgewater. Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Ebron caught left side. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Shift together here from the D-line. 1st down, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Slot man moves right. Handoff comes to Cook. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught by Treadwell. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Hauschka now for the extra point. take a 7-point lead now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Detroit getting set to go now. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On first down, it's Stafford. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Play action. Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Lions. .42 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. On second down, here's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stafford on third down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun, fighting him off. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Second down following the run. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So the chain gang now done for the drive. Ball on the 10, first and goal. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Falcons sort of opening things up there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And Stafford's going to take it himself. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford in the final minute. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And now a timeout called here with a play clock down to 2. That'll leave them with 1 remaining. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2. And the back goes into motion. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. And he'll go out of bounds goes across the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. See if they stay on the ground for second down. A give. This is Cook. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the carry, it's Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know.